Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Maria and you are tuning in to Chasing Nurse Riri. All right, so got a few things. Let's start off with I'm extremely exhausted. Probably can see it all in my eyes. But I did promise to make sure I do this video on Tuesday. So I was like, let me go ahead and put my exhaustion aside and get ready for this video. So I've been like prepping for my finals since the last week. So I've been like seriously prepping, trying to get my notes together, trying to make sure I do study groups and stuff like that because it's final season, it's final time. So like I said, this is my last week. Right now I am in mother baby, which I indicated on my last video, so which is maternal child. And today was just pretty much like a review or whatever for the final, and then our actual final is on this Thursday. So I have all day today, and then I have tomorrow to try to get it down pat and try to ace this final. So just got a few things that I'm gonna talk about today. Also, I did not post last week, I don't think, but I did get like 100% on my quiz, so I'm like really excited about that. I honestly did know all answers. I mean, every pretty much Tuesday and Thursday before class, I prep anyway. I study. Then on Wednesdays when I'm off, I have study group sessions. I go to the library a lot. So for the most part, it's almost like I study every day for this class because the class is not difficult. It's a lot of information. It's a lot of information, a lot of tests that can be done. It's just a lot. And just because I love this concentration area, I love labor and delivery, it's just a matter of I want to know more. So I study harder, I go harder, I try to learn as much as I possibly can learn about it, make sure I know like all the medications and stuff like that. So that's pretty much it with that whole thing. I want to make sure that I have everything together. So that's that. But anywho, so I had a test that I told you guys about, and it's like this CMS test that we have to take for ATI. And if I'm not mistaken, I did tell y'all guys I got it like a 70, right? Which they say is good. It's a level 2, but for me, like I said, it was like not the best. But some of those questions were driving me crazy. Some of the stuff, like some of the tests that we have, I'm just kind of sort of like, I don't know. To me, this is what I would do first. So some of my priorities be a little messed up, I guess, which I need to work on, obviously. So depending on your score, I think I told you guys already, you have to like do certain ALTs, and that's like active learning templates. And we also have to do like critical points. So I have a level 2, so I think I have to do 4 ATLs and like do every critical point of every section that I missed, which can be a lot, So I think I have like I have to do 4 ALTs, which means I believe I have to do like 12. No, I have to do like, is it 12? No. Yeah. It's 12 critical points if I have, if I miss, I have to do 12 critical points and 4 of these ALTs, which I'm going to show you. So these are ALTs that we have to complete. So it's like basic concept forms. On your actual, when you get your test back, it's like if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, it will say like topics to review. So in there, it also will tell you like what template you have to do. So some will say like basic concept. So you write down like the related content right here, underlining principles, and then your nursing interventions here. So what I always do here is I always start off with like the definition of it or what makes it what it is, And then the underlying principle here, I always piggyback off what I have here. Like if it's the definition and things like that, I will put some of the things that I see that's inside of this information here. Or, like if it starts this, then what's the next step? Something to that degree. And then we have this nursing interventions here. So I always go with, as a nurse, what I would do. And I always step back and have to look at the situation. Of course, there's always different ways that you can do these things. I've seen some real decorative ones where people will start here drawing certain things. And these are pretty much for you. So, of course, they will have on there, hey, you have to have so many done. But these are easy ways for you to kind of pull out the information and get to it quickly and learn from it. So I make sure that I write down things that are highly important that I will be able to kind of look through quickly and understand and actually stick. I mean, because of course you can go through these and write it all down and have all this extreme information, but if you can't remember any of this, then, it's kind of pointless. So that's how I do my basic concept form. Some of them will also have like medication template on there. That's also another ALT as well. So if it's a medication one, so say for instance you got something wrong about a dosage of a medication or how to administer the medication or signs of toxicity or something like that, then they'll give you one that says medication. So on here, some good things right here. It's like expected pharmacological action. What's the therapeutic use of it? So I like to just make sure that I write all the things down, like extremely thorough about the medication. Now for this one, I might highlight some stuff. I might put a star next to it so I can kind of remember. I want to definitely make sure I write down my complications and contraindications as to why I can't give a medication. I know when we had a STEM lab at school, and although we have already done these medication templates for like all our medications in Mother Baby, for some odd reason, we still decided to pull a medication that was, I think it was Hemabate. Yeah, we did one on Hemabate. And for Hemabate, you can't give to patients. It's contraindicated use for patients with asthma. And our patient had asthma. So it's like, we know that. So what in our right mind was like, give the patient the medication. But that's neither here nor there. But anyway, I try to make sure that I write down like the contraindications. I highlight as much as I possibly can. Indications like, why do you use this medication? I make sure that I write all that stuff down. I write the actual name of the medication, the generic name, like any kind of additional information I could put on here that would help me. I try to make sure that I put all that stuff on here. A lot of people use like colored pencils, and whatever it is that you use that can help you will always be good. So I do this, and I also do a drug card, my own personal drug card. So just get a huge index card, and I write all the same stuff on there. That way, like if I'm in class or just somewhere, doctor's office, anything like that, I can kind of pull it out and get more familiarized with it. I think my favorite drug right now is Pitocin. Because I know everybody gets it after delivery. Because they kind of drill that into our head. So it's kind of like, okay, I understand what to look for, what signs to look for, and things like that. Also, you can get like a nursing skill one. So the nursing skill template will also, like I said, give you a lot of information. Make sure that you kind of like put stars next to certain things. Of course, they say like more information than needed can kind of be a bad thing. But for me, I just like to write. So writing helps me remember a lot of stuff. Writing helps me understand what I'm doing as a nurse. So if you need to write, the more the merrier. pretty much. I guess it depends for everybody, but for me, it's the more the merrier. So this nursing skill template right here, if you guys can see it, it's like description of the skill, like wound care or just whatever it is that you're doing that's the actual skill, injections, things like that. And it kind of gives you an idea of what you learn, like what can you explain to the client, that's the patient. What can you explain to them? You're going to feel a burning sensation with this, or you have to walk immediately after it, or anything to that degree. You know, you just want to make sure that you try to write down as much information as possible for this to fill it out, so you can kind of like pull it back out and have this as a reference. Let me show you guys one of my basic concepts that I filled out. Oh, before I show you that one, also have like a system disorder. This is another ALT as well. So this is one that I've completed. I told you guys I have to do 4. So this is my second one that I completed. And this is pretty much clinical manifestations of a macrosomic newborn, which is a huge newborn. They have to be 8.8 pounds or 400 grams to be classified as a macrosomic newborn. So this just gives you an idea of what to do, like what is the nursing diagnosis for it, like how does it happen, which is here, and then like what's some health promotions, like what can happen or what can you do beforehand before it gets to whatever the condition is. You know, like monitor their weight, you know, dieting is always good. If they have diabetes, because that's one of the risk factors, then you want to make sure that they are managing their diabetes, checking their glucose levels, things like that. So also has like risk factors on here, and then like what are some of the expected findings. After I do this form here, I definitely go back and highlight so I can know which area I need to focus on, what are some things I need to be able to pinpoint and show everyone, like, hey, this is what I need to know. And even when I'm in my study groups, we kind of go through these as well. And that way we can see, hey, what do you have on yours that's different than mine? So maybe I can add to it so I can understand it a little bit better. A lot of us do mnemonics so we can understand certain conditions. So, I mean, pretty much if I find some that's helpful, I definitely will be including them in, you know, when I discuss things. I don't have any mnemonics. I use that word. But I don't have any for this particular section. But when I get some, I'll let you guys know. We also have to do, oh yeah, I said I'll show you my basic concept. So this is my basic concept that I did. I know it looks crazy. Like, I'm so used to writing in cursive. Poor kids today would never know how that's like or what that is like because they don't know how to write in it. But I go from, you know, cursive to regular print. But for the most part, I write in cursive because I can read my cursive writing better than my print. That's so weird. I don't know why, but I guess because I've been writing in cursive for so long. So anyways, so I write everything out. It's only 3 in each column. So I started off right here with pretty much, what is this about? Oh, this is newborn assessments. So like I got one of the questions wrong. It was like newborn assessment. It was like pretty much what information would you have to report to your provider? Which a lot of things on there probably was things that were abnormal. But of course you're supposed to go with the one that is the most abnormal. Yeah, the most abnormal. So anyways, I have like what a newborn assessment consists of first. So I have that kind of stuff on here first. And then the second part right here is pretty much piggybacking off this. So I have like the APGAR score and what else on here? Physical examination, New Ballard scale, newborn vital signs and measurements. So I'm taking those things right here and I'm just putting them right here a little bit more. It like kind of like explaining it a little bit more. So on here saying like if their APGAR score is breaking it down right here, if it's like 0 to 3, that means that it's severe distress, like that newborn is in distress, then that at that point you'll want to, you know, call the provider. So I have things like that on there. And then this part right here is pretty much my nursing interventions. Like, okay, Maria, what are you going to do? What are you going to do for this newborn? So I have on here, like, of course, I'm going to listen to the apical pulse for a whole minute to try and check for like heart murmurs, things like that. That's something that I know for a fact that I'm going to alert the provider on. I also have like, checking the temperature of the newborn before the thermoregulation kicks in, because that is extremely important. Make sure I get my whole physical examination in. Make sure I get that whole assessment in. Because if I don't get that in, then I won't have any of this. And then, of course, I won't know what's abnormal, what to report to the provider. So at this point, if anything is abnormal, because I know the things that I am looking for, and if it is abnormal, it doesn't meet the scores that I know that it should meet, then I'm going to let the provider know immediately. But from this point, I don't know why I got that question wrong. I guess I don't know what I put, because probably everything appears to be, something I need to let the provider know. So anywho, moving right along, we have to do these critical points, which are topics to review. So like it has the actual topic to review on there, then it has like your sub item, like whatever category it is, because it'll tell you the topic once you scroll down and get your actual score. And then it has on here like 3, see 1, 2, 3. You only have to write 3 critical points, but 3 critical points are for each one that you have that you got wrong, each topic. Hold on. Mouth getting a little dry. That's probably because I talk too much anyway on a regular basis. So yeah, so I have to do 12 of those, which is not really bad. But like I said, I just really think that I probably should have scored something a little bit better, considering that I know this and I love this class. So I don't know if I told you guys last week. I can't really remember because my days are like, so of course the information is like, oh my God. But anyways, I like thoroughly love this class. I really enjoyed it. I think the most part for me is like going into peds, because peds is my next class that I have, pediatrics. Let me watch how I say this. Okay, so everyone knows that I love kids. I absolutely adore kids. Like, I am 37. I have 2 kids. One is 20 and the other one is 17 and should be 18 on the 4th of July. So I love kids. I raised my little brother. My little brother is also 20. So he was raised neck to neck with my kids, so he was raised like their little brother instead of it being my little brother. So I've always, since day one, always had 3 kids, So, I mean, I love kids. Kids come over, I babysit. I am like the favorite TT ever, So it's not that I don't like kids. I love kids. Hopefully, I probably hope that I have some more. But it's not even just that part. With pediatrics, it's like you're dealing with kids. You got to deal with their parents, And I don't know how everyone else is as a parent, but I'm a little extra when it comes to my kids. Like, when they're sick, I'm sick. When they're not their best, I'm not my best, pretty much. So, especially when I go to the doctor's office, if I see, maybe it's because I'm in the medical field, but if I see like the nurse not doing something right, or, not being totally attentive to my kids, I'm not the best, I'm not real professional and nice. I'm more so like, please take care of my kids. Please help them. Please make them feel better. That's how I feel. Don't just like shoo me off, like, move peasant type situation. I want you to make sure that my kids are good and they're taken care of. So since I am a nurse and I need you to be a good nurse, I need you to take care of my kids. So what I'm saying is, sometimes as a parent, I get into mommy mode instead of being a nurse. So I'm not rude or anything like that, but I'm more so like, please help my baby. My baby don't feel good. So I may be a little irritating and annoying, and that's how it feels on the other side. Like, man, this parent is so damn annoying. Like, this mom is so annoying. And that's my fear of going into pediatrics. So I have peds, and I be at CHOA, which is Children's Hospital of Atlanta. I be at Scottish Rite. So I have 4 weeks of clinicals. So I'm going to be talking about that. My clinical for that particular class, the class starts, oh yeah, I didn't tell y'all. Like, I have a whole week off. Like, January 1st through the 5th, I think it is. I have off. So I'm like super excited. I don't know what to do in my life. I probably will work, but I'm off. We got a nice little break. And normally we don't have breaks because, of course, we go to school all year round. But we have that little break, and I'm really excited about that because this class was a lot. Although I loved it, it was a lot of information, and it was a lot. But my professor was so amazing. My clinical instructor was so amazing. Like, literally, I was like in tears the other day because I didn't want to get out the class, you know. But Maria, got to move on. So anyways, so my class starts Monday, July 8th. But I only have classes Tuesday and Thursday for this rotation. And then I have study group still on Wednesday. And so I'm going to try to flex out my work schedule a little bit. I'm going to try to work those 4 Mondays that I don't have clinicals, and then have the 4 Mondays off for clinicals. I'm going to try to work that. And I'm going to keep my same Friday, Saturday, Sunday schedule. But, you know, pray for me in pediatrics because, you know, I told y'all my story about that. I want to be the best nurse I can be all around. I want to be able to take care of my geriatric patients. I want to be able to take care of my pediatric patients. I want to be able to take care of everybody. But I know it's going to be some areas that I'm just not going to be, you know, the best in. I'm not going to excel in. But I want to. So pray for me. Keep me uplifted in your prayer. Hopefully I don't, you know, get kicked out of CHOA for choking somebody mama. I'm just kidding. I promise I'm just kidding. But yeah, so that's that. So pretty much I just have to study, and I have finals on Thursday. Yeah. So make sure you guys pray for me, as I said, and make sure that if you have any questions, you kind of like, you know, you could put them on here. Let me know what kind of questions you have. And like I said, just inbox me, ask me things, I address it on here, or if you have some information that you want to let me know, things that would be helpful for anybody else that's going through nursing school right now, please let me know. Please, because I need other people to come on here so we can all kind of help everybody through this. Because I don't know if anybody else watched the BET Awards. Yes, I did watch it. And every year, I must say, this is kind of off topic, I know, but every year I must say that I am highly disappointed. Highly, but I always go back and watch it again. You know, every year I say the same thing. I'm not watching it next year. And guess what happened? I watch it. But I feel like it's always a reason for me to watch it. I can't remember what the reason was last year because, like I said, I can barely remember what happened yesterday. So I can't do that. But I watched the BET Awards, and what I pulled from it was Tyler Perry's phenomenal, just informational and motivational, inspiring speech, you know, about helping each other out, you know, helping each other cross. So I don't know if you guys heard the whole story, but he pretty much was saying that he was walking, I think he said to school, and he pretty much, it was a man that was pretty much out there saying, can someone help me cross the street? So no one else helped the man cross the street or whatever. And he actually said, I will help you cross. And he helped the man cross the street or whatever. So he said the guy was trying to get to his school. Yeah, so he did say he was going to school. He was trying to get to the school to sell candy or something, snacks, candy, something like that. And that's how he was making his money. That's how he was making a living or whatever. So I guess he was pretty much just saying that he helped him cross so that man can, do what he needed to do to survive. And that's the whole thing with a lot of people, especially in nursing school. They don't feel the need to help everybody. They feel like, oh, I know the information and I know the information for me. And it annoys me because it's like, just because you know the information, you get all A's and things like that, you can be a blessing to somebody else. You can actually help somebody else learn a little bit different. Like I used to study every day by myself, and it just, sometimes it would register, sometimes I noticed that it would not register. But when I actually started being a part of these study groups and studying one-on-one with one of my friends, like it helped me understand information a little bit different. It also helps me understand, like, Maria, you don't know everything. Maria, there are so many different ways to learn information. Like my grandma used to always say, there's more than one way to skin a cat. So never understood what that meant. But as I gotten older, I do. Like it's more than one way to learn and interpret information, and everyone doesn't learn at the same pace. So with that being said, it's like we're all going through the same thing. We have people that are younger. We have people that's fresh out of high school. We have people that are in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s even, that's trying to make it through nursing school. Everyone has their own struggles and everything that they have going on. Some people have kids, some don't. Some married, some not. Some people work, some not. It just pretty much depends. Everyone is going through their own thing. They have their own struggles. So with that being said, their own reason why, like why they're doing this. So everyone have their own unique story that they're bringing to the table. So with all that being said, is we all can be a blessing to each other. So that simply means that we all can help each other. It's not a crab in a barrel situation. Like, I don't care where we're from. Y'all know I'm from Detroit, and that's the land of it right there. Everyone want to bring everybody down. It's never a situation like that. At least this is what I feel like. It should never be a situation like that. Everyone should want to help each other out. Everyone should want to help each other cross, pretty much. So with that being said, if you have any information, if you have any suggestions for me, let me know. Email me, call me, inbox me, however you feel the need to. Just make sure you let me know, because what I can do is I can talk about it on here. I can bring up the information and I can address it, and then I can learn from it, So I love to learn. So if it's different things that I can learn, then I'm all for it. I'm definitely all for everything when it comes to nursing, because I know I don't know everything, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with learning, and I'm okay with teaching. I'm okay with a lot of different things with that. So I have a year left, and I'm going to make the best of this year. I'm going to get on here. I'm going to talk to you guys. I'm going to let you talk to me. I'm going to do some lives. I'm going to do a lot of stuff, because this year is my best year, and I'm going to pass, and I'm going to be the best nurse I possibly can be. We're all trying to be extraordinary. So let's all be extraordinary together, meaning let's help each other cross. All right, guys, thank you for tuning in my channel. Like I said, drop your information if you have any questions or anything. And I will be back on Tuesday. Not Tuesday. Hold on. Today is Tuesday. Thursday I'll be on, because I definitely want to make sure I let you guys know how my final went. And hopefully my grades will be posted that same day. So I'll let y'all know how I did, because I already know I'm going to ace it, right? See you guys.